Hey guys, and good morning. I am first thing in the morning. I just got up and poured myself a cup of coffee, and now I am going to be doing my makeup and just walking you through some of the tips and the things that I've been doing lately that differ from how I've been doing my makeup in the past. And then hopefully we can chit chat about some life updates and most of all, get ready for the day. So I put on some SPF and moisturizer like 5-ish minutes ago. And now I'm going in with this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is in my Graveyard Project pan. This is probably not very sanitary, but I hate the dropper on this. So I'll either take it on the back of my hand or I'll just kind of like smear it on my face because this product is too thick for a dropper applicator. And then I just blend that in. I am so stiff because yesterday was an upper body day and I slept weirdly. So like my neck is tweaked and then my shoulders, my chest, and my back are so sore. I'm gonna go in with this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Glow. And I'm gonna mix it. I don't know how it got so disgusting, but like something happened. I think it exploded when I took it on an airplane. Because yeah, shit's nasty. Oh, or it might be leaking out the side. A number one pet peeve of mine is when products get messy like this. It actually kind of makes me want to throw the product away. Because I'm so close to using it up, I'm not going to do that, but I'm tempted, to be completely honest. So I'm gonna take just the teeniest, tiniest bit, like that much, of this NYX Serum Concealer in the shade Fair. At first I was putting way too much of this in because I was expecting it to be not very high coverage. For some reason, that concealer was giving me very much like clean girl, no makeup vibe, so I was thinking it wasn't going to be that pigmented, but it sure packs a punch. I also think I'm a little bit tanner, and I don't need as much lightening of this foundation. But hopefully we can work through it now that it's gross. I'm trying to film in natural light today, so hopefully you can see what's going on. I think you can actually see my skin a little bit better than it actually is. I'm not sure. Another Graveyard Project pan product that I've been really enjoying. I'm really hoping to get some good updates after this month-long challenge. If you don't know, I am doing my makeup every day in the month of July. And I'm documenting that over on Instagram. So that has been fun to just try some new things, like do some makeup playtime, try some trends that I haven't had the time to, and just kind of prioritize spending a little bit of time on myself every day. Because I obviously do self-care in the sense of like, I work out, I shower, I make myself meals that are gonna give me energy, I read, but there's something very specific about doing my makeup that's like gonna completely turn my day around. I always want to make sure like I get like all of this with the bronzer, or else I have like my hair and then this like very white line if I took it behind my ears. And then we're gonna go in with brows. This is another Project Pan product. I feel like project panning has really simplified getting ready for me in a lot of ways. Before I started project panning, I kind of had like all of my makeup out in front of me, and I don't actually know if it took me that much longer to get ready, but it was a lot more decisions on a daily basis of like, what palette am I going to use? What look am I going to go for? What blush, what bronzer, what highlighter? And now I have kind of a full face sitting in front of me, and I still get to have a little creativity of like which project pan eyeshadow do I use, but I'm picking between 4 pan those eyeshadow shades, my pan that palette, and like a cream shadow stick, rather than all like 30 of my palettes and then all of my single eyeshadows and etc etc. So it definitely makes mornings like this, when I'm a little tired and a little bit decision fatigued, just a tiny bit easier. I've been going in a little bit darker with my brows lately. I think this was kind of a slow transition, but I have not gotten my hair done in a very long time. So, I mean, this is my natural color, and I think I can handle a little bit of a stronger brow when my hair is so dark. I used to have such, I'm definitely in the group of people who were blonde children who are now brunette, who desperately cling to the idea of being blonde. An ashy blonde. But it's okay. It's really just hair. And then there's this NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Gel. This thing has some like weight to it. Like, this has been holding on in my collection for a long time. I've been using this for years, I want to say. Now I'm going to go in with my Clinique Even Better Concealer. This is also a Project Pan product. One that I'm actually quite close to using up, but which will be exciting for my 20 and 2024 update. I've been enjoying going in with kind of like all of these base products first before powder. I don't know. I don't really have reasoning. It's just been, I guess, a little bit easier. I feel like I'm less likely to forget a step since cream bronzer is kind of new to me. And then I found this powder puff from Laura Mercier. I think it came in like a little gift set. And I'm just gonna take some Coty Airspun powder and dab it under my eyes. I'm actually starting to reach a point where like it's hard to get the powder out of the container and into the lid, which is wild to me because I have never finished one of these before. I finished powders in general, but this is my second Coty Airspun, and the first one burned up in a house fire, so I've never finished a Coty Airspun before. And yeah, it's just kind of wild that it has taken me literally years to use this up. I had a Huda Beauty powder before this, I want to say, and that was in like 2020. So kind of crazy that these powders last for so long. So then I don't know what to do next for powder, because apparently it's a lifelong commitment. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of powder. Oh, bronzer. I actually got a lot of powder bronzer there. I'm just gonna touch up my neck a little bit because I like my neck to not look weird and pale. Okay, I have a couple of options. I was thinking it might be fun to try and use this L'Oreal Infallible liquid lipstick in like a new way, like maybe do like a popsicle stain, which means I have to go kind of lighter on the lids. So let's try that. Why not? Full send. What's the worst thing that can happen? I don't have a brush. It's currently my conundrum. I go in with this fluffy brush in the shade Rustic. I'm just gonna dab it all over my lid and then blend it into my crease. The only thing about doing my makeup every day in July that is a little bit unideal is after I sweat all day, my makeup definitely feels a little bit like itchy and heavy. I think that's why some people are like, I don't wear foundation during the summer. And are those people smarter than me? Yes. Don't get me wrong. I 100% think that those people know something that I don't. And so I've definitely been washing my face usually before dinner, and then I can just kind of chill afterwards, which has been nice as well. Then I'm just gonna go in with a big fluffy brush and a matte bone shade and just really diffuse those edges, just running along the edge of my crease. Because that brown is kind of dark and I made kind of a mess. Same brown, lower lash line. I have been really greatly enjoying this palette as my Pan That palette. I feel like in some years past, I have picked palettes that, like, for other reasons, either like I wanted to get some use on them, or I thought like they were smaller, so I thought that I could use them up in a year. But this project that I've got going on this year is the most sustainable one I think I've ever had. I'm not sick of this palette. I'm not ready to move on. I'm still making progress, but I'm not just like running towards a goal that I know I'm not going to reach. And it's been really fun. Just gonna go in with a little bit of a cream shadow stick. Tap that out. And then I'm just gonna go in with Kitties from my MAC Amber x9, but you could literally do this with any brown and any champagne. And then just go back in with that brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit of Noir and just line my outer upper lash line. Let's quit while we're ahead. I'm going to very quickly go in with some mascara off camera and I will be right back. So there's the eye with some mascara. I feel like whenever I'm doubting myself and I'm like, oh, this isn't looking good, I'm like, wait, put on mascara. And usually I'm like, oh, that looks cute. Case in point today. Very simple, not at all like complex, but still cute. Also, my shirt says, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And it's one of my favorite shirts I've ever owned. Now let's go in with some blush. I have to do my blush after my eyes right now because I am not unfortunately, but I've been panning this cream blush from Nude Sticks. And before that I was panning a cream blush from Ilia. And, I went in with kind of a lot. Oops. And I noticed that if I went in with blush before, because that's kind of, I used to do foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, eyes, and I usually do my eyebrows with my eyes. That was just generally my order of operations, but now if I do my eyeshadow beforehand and some black falls into my blush, it'll get stuck because I don't set my blush down with a powder because I like the dewiness. It's not sticky, it's just also not powdery. It's unset. And so I have been doing my blush after as kind of a finishing step. And I think it looks nice. It also helps me not go overboard, which is because I have more on my face for balance. The trusty old Becca Champagne Pop. It's so weird to think back about like when I first started watching YouTube. I was, say like 12, so like 2013. Yeah, because we went to New York for a trip. My mom had like a work thing, and YouTube was doing these ads, and there was this person who was like a baker, this person who does like gaming streaming, and Michelle Phan were the three people who were doing the different ads. And her ad like had her applying makeup and all of these things. So as soon as we got home, I hopped on my laptop and I'm like, what is this website where they teach you how to apply makeup? I was enthralled. So I started watching Michelle Phan. Then I discovered Leanne Says and Jessica Braun. They're both great channels as well. At some point along there, I discovered Tati Westbrook. I was briefly into the like Manny MUA, Nikki tutorials, Laura Lee, and like I still think they're fun. I just kind of go through phases with my YouTube creators. And then that was a good phase for a long time, and like the height of the champagne popness. I did watch some Jaclyn Hill, some Jackie Aina, all of those wonderful people. Then I kind of hit a point where I discovered Project Panning like during the pandemic, and that's when I started watching beauty news. And then Kat and the two women from Beauty News both run their own channels that I'm blanking out on right now. I'm so sorry. And they do a lot of Project Panning, and that's how I discovered Project Panning. And then I found Sophie Alexandra, Rebecca Morgan, all of these people, and it just catapulted me into what I do now. But I have been obsessed with beauty YouTube since I was like 12. So I'm just putting the liquid lipstick on the inner portion of my lips, purposely leaving the edges kind of bare. And then I'm gonna go in with this gloss. I did this once with a red lipstick, but that was a lipstick, and it turned out pretty. So let's hope. I have that song of the Irish tweens singing the "This is to stop what we do. I doubt it," stuck in my head. And it's driving me slowly insane. Not because the song's bad, but because I only know like the chorus. And it is stuck. Okay, I think that turned out really pretty. Kind of that like, I just ate a popsicle vibe. Oh, I can't believe I forgot. Inner corner highlight. In this economy. So that is everything for today's look. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed just super chill. This is genuinely how I get ready in the morning. Just making a couple key decisions about how I want to do my eyes and what I want to wear on my lips, and everything else, like the base routine, stays the same every day. So I'm going to go mark uses on my Project Pan products. And most importantly, I hope you are having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.